Welcome back, super friends. What's the hubbub? Today we dive into recent new footage, reactions, and updates. We saw a couple of key TV spots drop. Let's take a look.
What you're looking at is the most powerful being on planet Earth.
I will not accept that.
Gotta get back to the fray.
Rated PG-13, only in theaters July 11th.
For me, the new TV spots are the most effective footage released thus far that could interest normies and bring them into the Superman world. Yes, the full trailer had a recent serious edge when revealing a political undertone of Superman basically not being sanctioned to intervene. To him, it's simple. Never let people die and do good in the world to help. We can see from the newspaper clipping context, he saved those who'd have perished from a collapsing building. No, he wasn't climbing Spider-Man style. He was holding the building up from an angle we've not seen utilized in Superman movies before.
Eventually people are going to find out that you're Superman.
Yeah, but the glasses.
Hey, loser.
You're a loser.
He's not a man. He's an it with a cocky grin and a stupid outfit.
Who's that guy you were seeing?
He's a little strange.
Stop, sit.
Oh, I like strange.
Speaking of Spider-Man, the first two Sam Raimi movies on that character were hugely well received. To me, it's an intentional tone that Gunn is wanting to match.
The thing we want the most.
Where you been? Looking for you all morning.
You're late.
Always late. You're fired.
Look at you, Peter. Your grades have been declining. You always appear exhausted.
I know, I'm trying.
So where you been, pal? You don't return my calls.
I've been kind of busy.
Taking pictures of your friend. Spider-Man killed my father.
No matter what I do,
Do you love me or not?
no matter how hard I try,
I want Spider-Man dead.
it's the ones I love who will always be the ones who pay.
I can't keep thinking about you. I'm getting married.
I want a life of my own. I'm Spider-Man. No more.
You look different.
I let things get in the way before. There was something I thought I had to do. I don't have to.
I liked seeing you tonight, Peter.
Now on to the main event.
Octavius is gonna put Oscorp on the map in a way my father never even dreamed of.
Crazy scientist turns himself into some kind of a monster. 4 mechanical arms.
Tyrone Magnus recently discussed a poll on fans voting for which big summer movies will come out on top. It looks like Fantastic Four is presently looking like the loser of the bunch. Jurassic World Rebirth is right in the mix, but overall, Superman has a real chance to come out on top of a huge summer release year. That said, it's quite possible they are such big movies, they overlap on each other to some degree. At the box office, we will see how it shakes out.
First off, with that ugly-ass suit, which I'll never stop talking about. But I think that there's an overcorrection with this movie. Going from the grounded, gritty, darker version that was based on, what was it based on? Injustice, basically, of Zack Snyder's universe. And then it's so bright, it looks kiddie, campy, hokey, corny, stupid, goofy, all the jokey joke, all the stuff. It just feels like an overcorrection.
Tyrone Magnus feels the tone is too comedic and strays from the darker Snyder edge. I disagree that it's hokey just because it will have some humor and fun. I feel Gunn is just trying to capture a larger, wider segment. Movies like Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, and yes, the Raimi Spider-Man films.
So you have one that's dark and one that's bright. It doesn't seem like this Superman met in the middle anywhere. Doesn't feel like that. And I think that the fans are split. I read my comments all the time. The fans are definitely split. And maybe it's 60-40 for Gunn. You get what I'm saying?
Managed to balance satisfying the hardcore fans and normies alike. Also, there is a sci-fi edge to this Superman while leaning into the fantastical with alien technology and powers utilized.
But the fact of the matter is, see, that's the thing. They both have things holding them back. You got what I'm saying? Plus, there's a movement to boycott Superman from a particular section of Zack Snyder fans. So I don't know what's going to happen between those two movies. I don't know. If I God had to bet the farm, I'm going to say Superman will edge out Jurassic World Rebirth.
As far as the destruction commentary, I've never had an issue with the destruction itself from the Snyder movies. It could be that's a misunderstood fan divide.
Plenty of buildings falling over, too. I want to see all the complaints coming in. There's too much destruction. You said it about Man of Steel. What's good for the goose is good for the gunner. You gotta say, oh my God, too much destruction. That's what happens when gods fight amongst men's buildings.
It is true that some fans didn't like the lack of individual saves. Some criticized not driving the fight outside of a populated area, if avoidable, and a lack of the aftermath being explored. Batman vs. Superman did try to drive out the threat to an unpopulated area, but I think they missed that the critique on Man of Steel is that it wasn't a thought within the framework to do so. It's one thing if it's not avoidable to have destruction, but they just kind of battled Matrix style without it as a thought. It looks like in the recent Gunn Superman trailer and spots, he is referring to the kaiju in the eyes up here buddy moment to get it away from the crowds. We will need to see the full film to get the context for sure confirmed in that moment. If it's unavoidable, but he tries to drive it away, that's totally acceptable. It's just a matter of Superman acting like we'd expect. Also, seeing him already having individual saves in these trailers and spots is a great sign. These are just areas that Zack Snyder didn't quite understand that are being better explored, it appears, in the new DCU by Gunn. Recent screenings and confirmations of a finalized cut of 2 hours and 9 minutes seem to reveal it could be resonating well and found its stride in the pacing. It's less episodic than earlier screening versions, and that's all part of the process to arrive at a final version. The budget rumors are still unofficial, so we will see fan sides playing with those numbers. I believe its break-even ends up being in the $500 million range. The last superhero movies from Marvel with Captain America and Thunderbolts struggled to hit 400 million, so a realistic number of success is really approaching 600 million or more, in my opinion. The Snyder cult that wants Zack back are trying to push a break-even of 900 million plus. That is because they fear it may actually succeed, and the Restore Snyder legs didn't just give out, they broke off. They want their angle to call it a flop, even if it doesn't end up being one. Nice try, but you've been caught. Personally, I'm seeing a trend of superhero movies underperforming, but movies specifically made for kids are still banking, such as Lilo and Stitch or Minecraft. Snyder is not coming back with the DCEU. That is over. Just because you Snyder bros don't accept that Gunn's Superman is launching the new DCU and Snyderverse is over doesn't change reality. The fact is that it didn't fully resonate to the point even Jesse Eisenberg, who starred as Snyder's Lex Luthor, felt it damaged his own career. We have a new Superman and a new DCU. With that said, let's put our eyes to the skies.
Consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve.
That's so funny.
I love him. This is Superman Robot number 4. That's his legal name, played by Alan Tudyk.
His voice is my voice with better enunciation. No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it.
We are tasked to build the automaton robot.
There's so many moves in this guy.
I'm so blown away.
Superman, you must rest.
No can do, 4. I gotta get back to the fray.
As we look up, not back. That was today's hubbub. Take care of yourselves and others.
What I think we should do is bleach his sideburns so that he has to walk around in real life with just bleached sideburns.
I can hear you.
Really, I'm just making this movie as an excuse to give Nathan a bowl cut.
For our next number, gotta play a little song I wrote about love.
And then they sing without an accent.
And then you sing without an accent.
Always. Oh, yes. Yeah, much better shape than last time.
Bring it back to walk up.
Yeah.
That haircut should be against your vows.
That what? That what should be what?